Kyle, we're back in Minecraft again.
Yes! I finally was able to pay my stuff and I can get back in.
Yes. And it's storming outside in the real world, not in the game.
Very true. Oh my goodness.
We got a crazy wicked storm going on as we were like trying to start recording. This just started happening, so you guys might be picking up and hearing some of that. So last time, Kyle, you got a pair of wings and I got a pair of wings.
Yes, I think I'm wearing them right now. Oh my god, I just heard that thunder.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone heard that thunder.
I'm wearing my wings.
Yeah, so...
I can't. I couldn't fly out
still
the
suck at
stairs.
flying. So,
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah, so, we did a little end raiding, and we didn't have too much success, so I actually went back. So first off, I went back and I got that Dragon's Call that we missed. Mm-hmm. That I missed, I should say.
Oh, you were able to collect it?
Yep, I went back. I found which one it was that we forgot to pick it up at, and I picked it up. I don't know where I have it right now. Oh, they're upstairs.
Is it?
I know where they're at.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I have them upstairs
you know where
on
they're
display.
at?
Yeah, they're right here.
In the library?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. You have the end chest, and you have a smithy right above it. This is the arcanic library that we wanted to have for the Omega Frost. This is where Doctor Strange studies his spells to get through the end. Through the end.
Yep.
Yep, it is.
So I also did go through a few more end raids. I went by myself because we have limited supplies.
Yeah, of course.
We have limited supplies. Yes. So I have 48 rocket
I had
left.
issues with Xbox services and all that.
Well, that wasn't the only issue. We didn't have enough rockets for us to split, so I took all of them. It wasn't a lot. I have 48 left.
I have 56 on me.
Okay, but that for what, dude? I used like 2 stacks. We wouldn't have had enough to get back. We
not even close. If you used 2 stacks,
yeah.
I would have been left at about a quarter of the way through.
Yeah, we would have had to abandon earlier. So this is what we got from it when I went solo. A lot of tools, a lot of armor. I haven't really sorted through any of it.
Ooh, okay. I mean, you at least have it somewhat sorted.
Yeah.
Kind of like you have materials in one end, and you have
so I had them all sorted into shulker boxes, but I needed the shulker boxes back, so I put them back in to these double chests how I had them.
Armor and weapons in one area.
Yep, those were 2 shulker boxes. This was 2 shulker boxes. So the bottom half is just my garbage junk from everything.
Well, that's just material.
Yeah, these were just a lot
things
of
that we can utilize in any aspect that we see fit.
Yep.
And then I see the above is kind of more the actual loot that you got from some of the end towers.
Yep.
I believe they're called.
Yep.
Or they,
I got 20 chests worth because I kept track of it.
Or they call something else.
This one as well. You can see the 20 chests. And then I was able to...
you have 2 dragon heads.
Yep. So there were 2 bolts, which means we got 2 more pairs of elytra. But I believe I found 4 cities. But there was only 2 elytras. So we each have a backup pair, but we still got to be a little careful because we don't have a ton of elytras right now. But
then that's once we get the wait, isn't there a certain farm that will help us get those?
There is. So that's what we're doing today. There's 2
what
parts.
are we doing?
So first off, in order to make rockets, you need paper and you need gunpowder. So first, we're going to work on the paper part because that should be very simple. And with this storm, we're going to try to power through it really quick before anything bad happens.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're going to do.
We're going to do the Sugarcane Farm. I hope...
Ooh, very fun. Nice.
That works still.
I also have
we got Sugarcane Farm right here. And then previously we had this say General Mob Farm, instead of creeper farm. I change it. So we talk about this and we put these signs up together and we talk about it. I made the executive decision to change the mob farm, the general mob farm, to just creeper farm because we have a zombie spawner here. So we don't need a general mob farm for zombie stuff because we got this lovely spawner here. You can tell I've been doing some work. I actually forgot about this. We found this like back before we did episode 3. So we've been doing work.
Is this in the ravine?
No, this is not. This is actually underneath our old starter house, kind of like under the ice biome area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we're under the ice, and because it's a mob spawner, it's always going to spawn. Well, even if it wasn't in the mushroom biome, it would still spawn because spawner overrides the mushroom biome. So really, I just got to finish this up, and we can turn it into a drowned farm instead to get some copper. But not only that, if we follow this path, we actually have a skeleton spawner as well.
Ooh, bone meal, baby.
So we can get bones, we can get arrows, get random bits of armor, all of that stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why we really don't need just a general mob farm, because we have the skeletons, we have the zombies. All we need is the creepers, really.
Yes, and how would we go about doing said, I guess, creeper farm, I guess was what we'd call it, since it's specified for it. How would we do that?
Kyle? Well, what we're going to do for the creeper farm is we're going to use a lot of these cats, build a big spawn space over the ocean, because the creepers won't spawn on the Mushroom Island. They'll spawn out in the ocean on platforms that we build. And we'll get more into that.
Stay away from this cat.
Bit.
Wait, I'm in my room at the house. I thought you were looking at Tiger. Crap. Where'd you go?
I just said to wait there. But we're going to use all these cats and do all that sort of stuff. But we're going to do that in a little bit. What we're going to start with, though, is we're going to start with the sugarcane farm, because that's the easiest.
Yes.
Part to start
I agree.
with.
We gotta get the paper. Gotta get the paper.
And what benefits us with the paper is we can trade the paper as well with our villagers, so we can level them up to get some other resources, namely glass. Some of our librarians trade emeralds for glass, but I need to level them up. And an easy way to level them up is tons and tons of paper. So you want to head to the side of the house or actually head to the back of the house. So we're just going to go over how our design is going to work. So the idea with it is we got sugarcanes. Once when it grows 3 tall, the observer detects that it's that tall. Let me try and see if I can sneak out a piece. It's hard to grab. Oh, there we go. Got it.
Just because of the design?
God damn it. Well, it's designed to have a hopper underneath it and then go to a main storage, not for me to just sit here and try and hook into the minecart that's in there. So what happens is when it gets 3 tall, it breaks, and then it gets collected into the hoppers.
And it looks like you just picked up about 2 of them, too.
Yep, and it's always going to be 2, and then our center one is going to have this special function with our typical not burnout clock, but pulse clock that fires bone meal until it's totally empty. So if we want to accelerate for a little bit, we can just throw 9 stacks of bone meal in here, and we'll get 18 stacks of paper or sugarcane. Because it's always when you use bone meal, it's always going to give you 2 sugarcane.
Very nice.
So it's a 1 bone meal for 2 sugarcane trade. It works. It always updates, and I have the pulse built in correctly so that it doesn't go too fast. So we should be good on that. So yeah, we're going to start building this. So Kyle, the first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to be teaching you a little bit here, is we're going to be working.
And we're gonna make sure we do it quick, just in case the storm as well.
Yep. So the first thing I'm going to do is place down.
So basically, my perspective, it's the learning process, and then James will actually be doing the actual building process. I'm just sitting here watching and learning how he does it. And trying to collect all the information I can.
So what I'm doing is, because I kind of want to save a little bit on resources, I'm hoping that this does work, is we're doing every other block.
Okay. Oh, to kind of get like a... So instead of doing an 8 block, you're getting a 4 rapid block, which kind of does almost the same.
Because the hopper mine carts all reach over into the next block, so I'm hoping they reach over enough to
okay,
work.
Sorry. I just set a bed. I was trying to sleep through the night. There we go.
There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
Because I did not light up this area, so it'd be really dark.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is I'm just going to start placing in the rails, and then what we do after.
So are these just like mine carts, or what are you using?
These are hopper mine carts.
Hopper mine carts.
Yep.
So you put hoppers inside of mine carts. Interesting.
Yep.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yep. So that's something that you can do. And what we need to do, I forgot to do this, so I gotta pop down a little bit.
Add that extra layer to collect all that stuff.
Nope.
And send
I gotta
to the
try
chest?
and break some minecart tracks first. I don't know. Yep, that is it. That is it. So you can kind of see that the minecart overlaps the sand a little bit. So I'm hoping, unless it lands directly in the center.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna mute my mic and everything, and I'll be right back.
So what we got here, Kyle, is because we checked and it leaves a huge gap in the center. It did not go as far over as I thought. So we do have to line up all 7.
Jesus Christ, that's outside my window. Sorry.
And then all we do is we push the sand blocks. Oops. Well, that's actually faster than breaking the things. Cool. So there we go. We got our sand in place. We're good. And now we can start the second part.
Yes, because we have to somehow grow the sugarcane, correct?
Yep. So, Kyle, right now, I have sugarcane on me. But I can't place it.
I see, I'm looking at a chest right now. I see you have at least 1 sack of sugarcane in the chest.
Yep, I'm holding another one.
Yep.
But Kyle, do you know why I can't place it on the sand as it is?
No water?
No water. Correct.
Yay! I was right!
So what we need to do is we're going to create some waterlogged slabs. Now,
wait, that's a thing?
That is a thing.
Ooh, interessante.
And so the reason we do this is because then it won't screw up any sort of redstone. It doesn't, especially in a Bedrock edition, it does not flow.
I can place thing. Okay. Oh, I actually... Nice. Mined out the right place, at least.
Oh, Kyle, you're bumping the carts. Careful.
I'll step back.
You bumped them into the thing.
Oh, that's what the black is.
Yeah, we don't want those bumped.
Take a look at this side. Sorry,
Okay,
I did not realize that was a thing. My apologies.
Should be fine. So next, what we're going to do is we are going to start waterlogging. So like this one right here, Kyle, that I'm standing at.
Mm-hmm.
I can place the water. So it's in the slab.
I don't see no water going out. Well,
and now I can place sugarcane. So that's all we're doing right now is grabbing some water and just placing them in each of the slabs and getting our sugarcane.
I have a bucket of water on me. So I have to put it on the sand block?
Nope, you don't put it on the sand block. You put it on the stone block, the stone slab behind it.
behind it. So right here.
Yep. All right. We need one more each.
I got one here. And then I'll put one to the left.
All right, and there we go.
Nice. Very well done. I'm going to refill my bucket of water as well. So I always want to have that on keep.
And for these, those two.
So why are you putting up the stone? Is there a certain reason?
So those are just going to be our general ones that are just typically growing at a normal rate. So we don't need to do.
And then eventually we're going to get to an accelerated farm.
Yeah, the accelerated one is going to be in the middle.
Okay.
And that's not where I said the place.
So once these get too tall, they'll get eliminated. But then eventually... 3 tall?
3 tall.
Oh, that's right. Oh, now I see the dirt right above the pistons that you just placed.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's where the observers would go if I remembered to grab them.
Fair enough.
Had everything ready to go and forgot to check on the observers.
We did have to change a few things with the farm. It doesn't help that I accidentally moved a couple of the carts.
I don't have enough observers for this. I'll have to make more later. So, not a big deal. Easy fix later on. Because we're not going to get the full thing built. We're just getting the general idea. What the... Oh, that was...
Right, exactly. We're trying to show people, we're trying to show all of our viewers how the Sugarcane Farm, to get paper that you constructed and found from, I'm assuming, another player.
I don't know. I've watched a lot of different videos, and I don't remember which ones I've watched and which ones that I just kind of experimented with myself.
Fair enough.
Nope, that is backwards. So go like this, dish, boop, 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 boop. Just clear out this whole space anyways.
You see, this is a genius working right now. Trying to collect everything.
Go like that.
Get the 2 faces up. Precision shovel work right there. Precision. Beautiful.
And then, Kyle, if you want to actually come back here and see.
Yes, I'm assuming you're going to be doing some redstone action.
Yep, it's very simple. This first part is very simple redstone. How do I not have any redstone in here? My goodness.
Wait, you don't?
No, how did I not grab the redstone dust? That's like a key part of this.
That's like your bread and butter is redstone. I'm surprised you don't even have just the redstone itself.
Back to the storage room. See, now that I've gone over and we showed everyone all the stuff we got from the last end raid I did, I can actually take everything out of there and make my redstone shulker box that I have on me at all times. So that I always have my redstone stuff.
So I was just mashing sleep to get to the day.
No, that's fine. All right, so here we go. So whenever one of the sugarcane grows up to 3, it's going to power these pistons and fling it off. And what we'll have is a glass layer kind of as a front wall so that
right in front of it so that it's easily seeable.
So it's
you can actually see the farm working.
Yeah, you can see the farm working, and it stops it from going everywhere, you know, because we don't want it. We want it to go into the hoppers, is the main thing. That's our main goal. We want it to land in the hoppers, and in order for it to do that, it needs to not go past this point. It needs to land on all of the sand, because that's where our hoppers are.
So then we have to create that barrier to keep it in there, correct?
Yep, correct. So right now,
and the simple redstone you had was just connected every single piston to every single one of them so that they all activate at the same time?
Theoretically, they should. If not, then it only powers one, which is even better. It's only powering the one that
actually collects everything?
It's only does the one that gets tripped. And now I'm just
so
adding
I see you're using.
details.
I see you're doing the aesthetic shearing and.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doing that right now because that doesn't really matter. Oh, first person. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and tear down our test dummy one because I actually need the supplies from it. So that's a 2 and that's a 1. Sweet. And I need the observer.
I'm just going to hold my trident with my wings.
Lost my observer. And I want that. Oh, I used a stair, not slabs. Silly me. Works the same way, though. The water's not going to run anywhere unless I dig completely under it somehow. Which, it's me, so there is a possibility that I somehow end up underneath the farm trying to find something.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
That. Replace that. And then we go to the back here. Get that placed in. I'll explain this. I know I explained it when we did the chicken farm, so I'll do it really quick again. Yep. So what this is doing is this comparator here that I just lit up.
Okay.
So what that does is it checks if there's an item in the dispenser. And if it does, it powers this repeater, and the right line goes into a clock. So it.
Oh, so it's continually activating.
Yeah, so it continually activates until the dispenser is empty. What the left line does is it goes into the block, which powers the dispenser to fire.
The central node, correct?
It goes into the block next to the dispenser, and what that does is it powers the dispenser to fire out the bone meal so that it can accelerate the stuff.
Yeah, basically a central node at that point. If talking at an electricity standpoint, because that's gonna make it run efficiently and also sort it at the same time, correctly?
Well, it's not really sorting it.
Okay, but it's at least gathering it. Oh, powering. Okay.
It's powering it so that it's gonna continuously run. Can I?
Oh, so that if you have a day that you're going to go AFK and be able to collect resources.
I can just throw a bunch of bone meal in there and it'll continuously fire so that...
Until it's all used up. I'm actually curious
now. Let's see what happens. Yep, they all fire.
Look at that. Perfect test run and a perfect second test run. You've built a beautiful machine right here.
So really... we don't even need all the observers because if they're all firing, just have it on the ends. Just have them on the ends.
It looks like just using the 3 of them, you're good to go.
I still need to make more observers though, but that's a future James problem.
Fair enough.
And then. To finish it all off here. Oops.
Zero. Miera.
All right. There we go.
Beautiful. Look at that. A nice hobbit hole sugarcane farm.
Yep.
Perfect.
Now the only problem is figuring out how the hell I'm gonna actually
have it activating continuously.
How to refill it?
Oh, refill. Wait, what?
Well, how?
Refill.
I gotta find a way to put in the bone meal.
Ah, you're correct.
So, again, future James problem.
We'll do that another recording, perhaps.
But there we go. We have our sugarcane portion filled in. I really should have done this. I really should have done this. So, just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Or like a minute.
Okay. Firing. On all cylinders. It's beautiful.
Why is one piston out of sync?
I don't know.
Oh,
I think it's just
the bottom one's getting powered differently because of that. Because it's getting double powered, so it's powering before the rest of them are getting powered, so it's already powered.
But it still works.
Yeah,
technically. You're just getting double from one stack somehow instead of... Because all the other pistons are going fine. It's just that middle one that's going faster.
And that one gets a pulse before the rest. That's why. Because of the clock. It's because of my clock. I figured it out right away.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that worked. Kyle, we got our sugarcane farm.
Congratulations. It's a beautiful mechanism you came up with.
Thank you. I'm sure I saw others do it, and I don't know if anyone's done it like that, but I know a lot of people just, especially with observers, how powerful they are now, especially with them actually working in Bedrock Edition, they're very powerful and very good. Oh my god, look at all this junk in here. All right, Kyle, we are back now. We're ready to get going on some of this building here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're just jumping across bed, you crazy goof. Don't fall. For real, don't fall. We don't need you to spawn on the other island.
True.
By other island, I mean the spawn world.
Yeah.
Don't need those nightmares again.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is when we were building the iron farm, be sure to go check that one out. Kyle fell into the pit.
Yep.
And died to fire because he didn't know what to do. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I was like, what? And because we didn't have our spawns set, he was back at our original spawn location.
Yeah. Luckily,
as funny as that was.
Luckily, the kill tower picked everything up.
Yeah, we knew the collection system worked.
So, in the long
hey, Kyle,
run,
guess what? We don't have a collection system.
Speaking of which,
we need hoppers. I need hoppers. So what's nice is like the fire. I don't think the campfire stuff actually burns any of our items, which is nice. I just needed to grab my redstone box.
Oh, nice.
Because you know, I need the hoppers, and I forgot that I put all the hoppers away after the sugarcane farm. I threw them all back in here. So redstone. We're not going to need this many hoppers, but we're going to just get them placed in, and we're starting to get dolphins to come back over here, which is kind of cool.
Nice. I see one right now.
So they'll give us a little. So break that. I guess we just go boop.
Okay.
And
nice, nice.
I'm just gonna try and.
Hello, dolphin.
Oops. Why is it not placing? There it goes.
Make sure to get air every once in a while.
I have a Aqua Affinity helmet. Stop.
Lucky.
Not place it. Oh, I swear to freaking goodness.
That reminds me of something I'm going to have to tell you later.
Okay. There. Now we have, other than one. Ooh. There. All of our hoppers are in place. Yeah.
I gotta remember.
I love how you tell me and you're the one that doesn't do it. You idiot.
Hey. Warranted.
Alright, so then what we need to do is we're going to place our outer ring. So for right now, we are just building the structure. We'll, like the main purpose of the farm. Mm-hmm. We will eventually get the full thing built where like collection system is connected to the island. Yeah. All of that. We'll do that down the road. Right now, our main goal is to build this structure.
Yes.
So I think we need to go 3 tall. And I think it would look cool. And I think it would even look cool on the iron farm. I'll have to experiment with it. You don't have building blocks, do you?
I don't. I had the one. I just so happen to have one stone block.
What did I say about walking into fire?
I got in the water right away.
Do it on camera. Do it on camera. It's funny. So I think what we'll do is we'll have this little design. You can kind of see what we got going here. And I'll have you kind of start this. We got some scaffolding so that we can get back up. So I have some of this tinted glass in this chest here. I think the tinted... So I want to be able to like look in and see stuff as it's happening. And the problem with that is with glass, it lets in light.
Yeah.
But tinted glass does not.
Ooh, I see what you're saying.
So the idea will be we get some tinted glass instead and have that as our way of being able to see what's going on.
I like.
Hey, stop falling, James. So we got that. So obviously the campfires themselves emit a light level.
Right.
So that's going to be an initial problem at first. Mm-hmm. Not so much later on. But for now, it's fine. So then what we'll do here is we need to build out, I think 6. And so this is where things get interesting. So I was able to find a design. I don't know how well it works, but we're going to try and work with it. I don't have enough stone on me. Oh, that's because the floor... Ah! I fell. Because the floor is not supposed to be stone bricks. It's supposed to be andesite. So we're not just using one block.
This kind of looks like the Teen Titans tower. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
is that the goal?
Well, the T is shrunk quite a bit, but
yeah, but you kind of get what I'm saying.
And yeah, it's also going to get like a very thick top, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got that. Do that. Okay, so this is the first part here.
Okay.
So this is where they will all drop down. So what we need to do is I need to grab a couple. I'm going to grab another stack of the tinted glass. And I realized I messed up already. There's my basalt.
Basalt.
And oop, forgot the trapdoors. I want you and you. We have our first part. So this part down here is the kill chamber.
Okay. Kill chamber.
So right now, I am looking for my cats. Where are they? Are there any cats up here? I told 2 to stand up. Where are they?
I don't know. I'm not seeing them.
I'm gonna have to go grab them again. Whatever. Oh, well, at least get some of this place down while we figure out why the cats are not moving to me. Did they, like, immediately go to my bed, is the question.
There was one that went to your bed.
Gosh darn it. They both did. Get up, you 2. Let's go. No, you guys don't like water.
I'm gonna sleep here so they get the night away.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh. Failed to jump. Why would you break out that way and not across to the bridge that we have built?
I don't know. Also, I missed these ones here. It was processing in my head. I would have gotten there eventually.
Okay, so that's gonna be fine. Yeah, this is 100% should work.
100% you say, eh?
Oh yeah. James, be sure to cut that out so that especially if it doesn't. If it doesn't work, cut it out.
I hope it doesn't. I'm kidding, I actually do hope it does work. 'Cause that'd be sad to make
Hey, Kyle,
this.
you wanna know what'd be funny?
You push me off. No!
Nope, that.
You!
Even better.
You bastard!
Yep. And while you're doing that, I'm going to start placing the trap doors. So the reason we're putting in trap doors here, Kyle, once when you come back, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
But you put them along the edge as I'm doing, and you'll see it once when you get back here. The reason we do that is it allows the creepers and other mobs to think that they can pathfind and stand on that block, but really the trapdoor is down, so they just walk off the edge.
Interesting.
That's the theory. I'm hoping that this works. If it doesn't, then we have to push one of these sides a little closer so that they believe that they can still walk through, which will make James really sad. Because we made this so nice already.
Right?
I just realized that this might not work. Shoot. I have to rebuild like one whole side.
Oof.
Which
We don't really feel like
I
doing.
really should have thought of. No, I didn't think that part through. But then we also need to put trapdoors on the ceiling of the full farm on every layer. So this is a really heavy resource build. And the reason we need the trapdoors on the ceiling is because we want only creepers. We don't want zombies. We don't want skeletons. We just want the zombies or the creepers.
Right.
See, I don't even know what I want. That's how confused I am. And I need to put these out because I'm going to end up standing on them.
Is this what you're looking for? Is just a dirt thing like this?
Yeah.
You want that down there too? Or no?
No. No. It's going to be just this top layer. Because this is the drop off. So we want them to be able to drop off down into the fire pit.
Okay.
Down below. And the nice thing is I should still be able to, yeah, I can walk under these trapdoors still. So I can go pick up my torches at the end.
Meow.
I need you to do the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Not just the one line.
That makes more sense. I was like...
Light's still getting let in. And the reason we have the cats, and here's to scare the creepers so that they go
away
towards the center as well.
I see what you're saying.
Ran out of trapdoors again. Ooh, yikes. I don't have enough trapdoors.
Oh no!
Do you have all the wood on you?
Yeah, I have a stack and 27 on me. Want me to drop them down to you?
Yeah, here. I'll make the hole that I want you to drop it into.
Alright.
Because that is considered a safe spot. And I do need to go back over there still. I should have a crafting table. I do.
Oh, wait.
Hi. Trapdoor. Was that all of it?
You need... Oh, yeah, I got about 27 more. Sorry, I thought I...
Actually, no, I should be fine. I should be
Okay.
fine. I got a stack and a half. That's more than enough.
Up that dirt that I dropped earlier.
You know, we're only an hour into this recording, and I went, oh, did I turn the volume off on my TV so that it's not picking that that audio up as well?
Now you ask it. Now these are the times to ask the important questions, folks.
Alright, so I want to look. Gosh darn it, who sealed up my hole?
You?
I did not. I left a hole
I didn't do
down
anything.
above the fire pit for a reason so I can escape.
And
it's been sealed up. I have the glass in hand to fill it. Did you seal it?
What?
Where are you?
I'm down here. Oh, you're talking about the little doorway that you had down here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had that open for a reason.
Oh, yeah. I filled that up.
Dang it, Kyle.
I thought you were talking about something else.
Okay. That was my escape route.
I trapped you.
Now, this is the dangerous part.
Dropping?
Is because we're about to go live on this thing. Do that. Get rid of that. It's not really dark in here.
It is light out.
I thought it would have been darker.
It's darker lower, but...
Yeah, I wonder if we need to put another layer on top because light's still coming. Because this is all tinted glass. Light shouldn't be going through.
Down below looks dark. Maybe give it a little bit, see what happens.
Okay, break that out. Yeah, that's weird that it's so light in there still.
Yeah.
I don't have a ton of blocks on me.
What do you need?
I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what I need. That's really, really weird. I think what we have to do, Kyle, is pause on the building and come back and see if we get a fix for it.
Yes, I agree. We're going to have to go to the drawing board for a little bit here.
Yeah, so we'll be back in who knows how long it'll take us to figure this out. All right. So, Kyle, we've done some additional work. We tried to figure out what the problems were. We weren't 100% sure, so we decided not to go with glass where the polished deep slate is. Mm-hmm. We were going to do tinted glass up the wall just so we could kind of like watch them, but we weren't sure why light was being let in. We're pretty sure it was a bug, but just to be on the safe side, we changed that out. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers here. A lot of spawning potential platforms. We have our little AFK room that we can fly up to and sit in while we try to grind out some gunpowder and that. So I've run some couple test situations to see how they run. So let's actually go check out the chest here. I got a chest in here now. Still not an ideal storage.
Oops,
bro, seriously? That's worse than the drowns. You can hear spiders spawning. We're getting a lot of string, so I mean that's not a terrible thing. We can maybe find a use for it, but we're getting some gunpowder. We got to figure out how to stop the spiders from spawning, though. And apparently some skeletons have spawned in there, too, seeing as there's some arrows. So that's really, really interesting, because there isn't anywhere the skeletons should spawn. Unless they're spawning on top of a downward-facing trapdoor.
Something.
Yeah. They're spawning somehow. I'm not sure. But, yeah, so after some of the testing, we have quite a bit of rockets here that we've crafted up with our sugarcane and creeper farm now. So it's starting to look
beautiful.
It's starting to go very, very well for us.
Just beautiful.
Just like the sunset over there by the iron farm.
We are industrials, people.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Ah, I got it.
Dang it.
All right, so Kyle, we got that done. We got the creeper farm done with spiders and sometimes skeletons.
Yep.
We have the sugarcane farm done.
Very nice.
We did make a couple of changes on here. We got the dispensers on the ends as well, so we can run it 3 times pace. It still works proper. So now all we have to do is knock down the signs. So Creeper Farm.
Nice.
Ooh, a little bit of leg there. And Sugarcane Farm.
Nice.
Still quite a few things that we want to do, and obviously we'll add a couple new things onto those empty spots. But it's coming along.
It's looking good. It's looking good.
So now we're almost ready to hit the road again and do some end raiding. But
yes,
we need a decent XP farm, a decent way of getting some XP so I can craft some new tools for when we die and lose it all. We can
get back into it.
Just hop right back into where we left off. So I said this a long time ago, several episodes ago. The next farm we will be building, and you can see the portal frame here for the start of it.
Ooh.
This is going to be our gold farm.
Very nice.
We got the beginnings of it. Now it's just the actual building of it. Yeah, that's probably from an Enderman. So yeah, the idea for this one is the portal turns on and off repetitively, and it forces the pigmen to spawn, and they'll drop down to here, and they'll go into a kill chamber here, which will get us some gold and XP especially to repair our tools, because my tools have taken a beating from building the creeper farm, having to tear it down and rebuild it and figure out what's wrong with it.
Right.
Ooh, fun sounds. But yeah. But that's next time. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to go back, watch all the previous episodes. And if you do enjoy, be sure to leave a like on the video as well as subscribe. Kyle, do you got anything else?
No, you kind of hit everything right there. We're chugging along here, getting more and more done. It seems every day, every week.
Yep. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.